All right, you're all. This is my third time doing this. I keep messing up, so hopefully this time I won't mess anything up. So, I had talked about the folder assignments that shows up on my Google Drive, and some teachers were saying they didn't see that folder and their students didn't have that folder, and so I think it's has something to do with the way that we're putting assignments on Canvas. So I'm going to just show you how I do it. You don't have to do yours the same way I do. I've just successfully been able to do this and I like the results. So I just thought I would share this knowledge with you. So this would be an activity that students would do, and they can't really do it electronically this way. I don't want them to have to use Kami. I want them to be able to just edit the document directly and submit it when they're done. So first thing I always do is I make a copy because I don't want to work from my original in case I want to come back to my original later and have them actually complete it by hand, in which they would handwrite. So now that I have a copy made, I can start changing some things. So the first thing I want to change is make it so they can edit directly on it. I like using the table function because this allows students to just type directly into the boxes. And they don't have to do any adjusting. They don't have to rewrite anything. There's no drawing on there with, their mouse or anything. They just type neatly into the box. Is it really important to have a name and date? Not really, because it shows up on the drive for you anyway, but the hour really helps me out because everything's in there in one big cluster. And so when they fill in the hour, it just makes life easier for me. This one's all set up. They can easily type in this box, no problem. This one's not ready. Normally they would handwrite on these lines. So I'm going to delete these lines and I'm going to insert another table. I'm going to do 2 boxes this time. And I'm going to copy and paste this question I want them to respond to into this box. And then for this one, I'm going to say answer here. So they know that's where they're supposed to type the answer to that question. Get rid of that. And so now this is something students can type in format. I also make sure to change the settings down here to change link to Midland Public Schools. That means anyone with the Midland Public Schools account can access it, but so far the only ones who have accessed this are my students, so I'm not really that worried about anybody else getting on here. It just makes it easier for students to use. My document is now ready, so I'm going to put it on as an assignment on my Canvas page. So here's my Canvas page. I have a direct link to whatever module we're on. So I'm going to click on this. It takes me directly to this week's module. I am going to add in something new. It is an assignment. It is a new assignment. I know I have that on there already because I keep messing up. And I'm going to type chapter 11 and 12 activity because that's what I call it. And I'm going to add the item. Once you add it, you got to then go in and edit it. So you click on the assignment you just created. And I know I'm going fast, but that's why it's a video. You can watch as many times as you want. Now I need to edit my assignment. You can put in directions. I usually just say see the directions on the, oh my gosh, Google Doc chapter 11 and 12. Oop. It's because I'm making a video. I suddenly can't type. Please hit submit when you finish. All right, and I leave it like that. Then I go down here and I make it 4 points. And then I display it as complete or incomplete. Does this really matter? It just lets them know on the scale of 4 where they fall. This is the important part, submission type. I always do this and I select external tool. And then I go and I find the document I want them to use on Google Assignments LTI. So I select that. It'll ask me to verify it's me. And then I click on attach. When I go to attach, I then find the document I want to use. This is the one I just edited. I would recommend naming it something so you know exactly what you're looking for. And I'm going to add this document. And now it's here. The other thing about this is it makes you put in a point value. If you don't, it won't accept it. So I just do the 4. I put in a due date. I'm going to say it's due tomorrow. And then I hit create. All right. Select. So now my document is in here. I didn't have to put copy into the URL. It's going to make a copy for students. I do not select load in a new tab because it just makes it more difficult for students to submit it. And then I always put the due date down here as well because they're like, hey, let us know when the due date is. Is there? I am good with this the way that it is, so I'm going to hit save and publish. So now this shows up on here for students. Okay, and I can see no one has opened it yet. So I should see when I open my drive, and this is the part I'm unsure about, so I might be wrong here. But since I have created it, I should, when I open my assignments for my Canvas course, I might need students to open it, and then it'll start showing up. No one has opened it yet and saved it. So it'll hopefully show up once a student has opened it. But that is how I upload an assignment. It forces a copy for each student. They can edit it, and then they just hit submit when they're done, and the assignment's already attached there. They don't have to search through their drive to find the assignment. It's already here. Okay, so that's just one way to get the assignment on there without having to change the URL or link or anything like that, and then it should show up on your Google Drive.